What's up, guys? Welcome to the Out There channel. Live stream 425. Plus, we have our special guest here, Tyler Klockner. What's up, guys? Are you here to watch some UFO videos?
I'm finding love.
And give me lots of money.
I'm searching. I'm loving. I'm finding love.
We're finding love from Tyler fans. Let's party with Tyler today.
I'm searching. I'm loving. I'm finding.
Just seem to be running too good today. Well, I suspect. Hello. Hello. Good to be back. Go back. Let's see if it works. Good to be back. And we got special guest here, Tyler Klockner. Tyler, what you been up to, man? Well, you can't believe a word out of his lips, can you? Okay. Why do you keep picking on me? Because he's a scammer, that's why. Okay. Yeah, I got some idiot. Swearing and all sorts. Must have been a teenager. From a teenager to mid, probably up to 30, probably. Defending Tyler. All he does is put up UFO videos and sells merc. Yeah, while destroying ufology in the process and taking money from innocent people. They think they're getting legit footage. They're not watching them for entertainment, are they? What can you do with these people? So yeah, better do a check on the audio going. Do a check on the audio going. Is it do a check on the audio going? Is it do a check on the audio going? Can't hear any crackle now, but I did at the beginning. Okay. Hello, anyone out there? See what I can do today. A bit late starting. Very late starting, actually. What we can't do today, we do another day, of course. That's how it normally works. Now I've got hiccups. Secureteam. That's the only thing that these online people will watch for some reason. Secureteam. UFOs at UFOs. But he makes heaps of cash. Let's see any other videos. Places. Okay, so let's work for it, shall we? So this is the sort of thing he puts up, right? He'll do a search on Facebook and YouTube for any things called UFOs. Doesn't take much, does it? You know, you just put in there UFOs and go more. Is it more? I'll go to tools. Is it tools? And then say in the last month. Let's see what comes up. Past months. Then go videos. And just go through the list. Alright. Goes through the list of ones that might be not repeated BS, because stuff in ufology seems to repeat every year, if not every 3 years or 5 years, right? So it just goes through there. Normally the top 20 are garbage, but there might be odd one there. Like that one there. Right, it's an old one. That was actually a missile being tested at White Sands, I believe. That one that we just looked at. But we're not going to go through random ones like this ourselves and just go through it. But we'll go through the ones that are being picked by the fraud channels. And despite all the naysayers out there that don't know anything about Tyler and think every word coming out of his mouth is from God, the cult member, they think it's legit. So this say he finds this video here, right? So he just starts playing it and starts talking on his live stream. Alright. Stupid player. There we go. Well, what do you think, guys? UFO so close to the city. What do you reckon? It looks legit, so everyone's looking at it. But why these cars are breaking? Because people are getting away with the cameras. It looks like it's got a light underneath there. It's got to be one of the best UFO footages we've seen all year. What do you reckon? Okay, the first thing he doesn't tell you though is notice how the person's not actually, and no one next to him or anyone's bringing out the flight radar 24 just to aim it at the sky, just to make sure it's not a man-made craft of some sort. So you can see all the people there all filming it, but none of them are using the apps. And this is what everybody in the UFO field should be being taught. They should be taught to be using the apps whenever they can. Heavens above and all that. So there's a close-up. And that's got a stupid play button in the way, but what can you do about it? So he would put that up and just go with the flow, right? To say it's UFOs. And it's pretty bad, you know, in my book. That anyone should be able to get away with that as a UFO channel. So let's go to his latest offerings, as if he's still got it up. And let's work through it, I guess. What was the other bits I had here first? Black Vault. Oh yeah, there's some other bits that come out. We could probably get to those later. So let's kick off Secureteam's live. Okay, so first of all, notice that he's changed his badge. Now, why couldn't he do that a year ago when he had all that logo problem? All you had to do was change your logo, spend 30 minutes making one on the editor. It wouldn't take much. That's if you're skilled, you know. I'm semi-skilled with the editor. You can see what I can do. But there are obviously proper artists out there that spend all day with tablets. I've got better, better gear than I've got. I've only got a mouse, but I do okay with the mouse only. But you need like pen tablets and all that sort of stuff. So all you would do is bring up an image of a photo or alien picture and just trace around it, and go from there. But it looks horrible, circle. It still looks the same. It looks the same as the Alienware one. Same shape eyes, but remember Alienware originally came out with the pointy corner eyes, which I think are not as nice than the round eyes. It kind of looks hard, and not the most correct logo. So he paid $500 US plus a lot of extras for that, for someone that's going to be hard up for money, right? So he's talking about this new logo. But I don't think he's using it in the corners. Let me just have a look. Is he using it in the corner? See, he should have it in the corner on his live show. I'll just go back. See here. He's put up thumbnails. It's not even using the new logo, right? And that's just lazy. Yeah, that's a long lead in, isn't it?
Down the chat. How do I do that again? I couldn't do it last time either.
Slow down the jet. Oh yeah, I think he's very quiet.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that.
Although we
Thanks,
don't really
Mike.
need to listen
Mike's
to him.
American food.
I'll turn him up a bit.
How do I slow down the chat?
You go into your settings.
Left corner, top chat.
Yeah, I think up here they
Holy
do it here, don't they?
Living life behind the camera. Thanks, man. Oh, what's up, Pickle? Man, I swear. Pickle's awesome. He's from Discord. We're just letting a few people come in. We're going to review some really awesome UFO footage that I haven't even seen yet.
Awesome.
So, hope you guys like the new
You lone
Secureteam 2.0
scumbag.
logo. Yep, we are doing an upgrade after almost dying in the hospital.
Oh, look, he hasn't even spoken for long. What? 7 minutes and he's already got $150, right? Now, is he paying off people to donate to him to make it look good, or what? How it's pickle love, yeah. This is what these guys do, especially flat earthers. They give each other thousands of dollars and say, donate $1,000 to me. And they don't care that Google takes 30%, and Google don't mind either. And of course, Google are the problem. Google is the one that allows these guys, these scammers, to operate online because they allow monetization on their channel. And they're part of like the mafia. They're on the take, right? Now, there's no other UFO channel out there that's as corrupt as Google. And Google knows these guys got criminal history and all that, been in prison. And he's no exception. He beat up his wife, and he ended up in a motel, and then he makes up all this big story that his house was broken into and he lost his laptop. when it's probably his wife's living in the house and kicked him out and changed the locks. Or she's taken out lots of the stuff to move it into a, what do you call it? A storage centre. Why the court case is pending for the bashing. And Nocturnal News does not know it all. He's, as we know, they're working together anyway, so he's going to make a cover story for his cousin Tyler. They're all in each other's pockets. Keep trying to tell you that. So he went from a really chubby face back to a skinny face, right? So either he's not eaten properly, or he's back doing the drugs again. Anyway, he's begging for money here. He's got plenty here already.
Felt for, you know, it was time for an upgrade. So one of the designers worked for PewDiePie, and I said I want like a cool neon light sign. So we got it up on the merch shop, and I'll show you another logo too here in a minute as people are coming in.
That's the skim through.
And he sent this translucent, well, he caught it in the infrared, which is what you're seeing here. So let's check that out first.
Let's do this one.
Because I just love this footage. Showing this, it's in the infrared.
Mothership, eh?
Meaning it's not visible to us.
Holy shit.
Not visible to us. But in the infrared it was there, man. And it let out this triangular formation. And then it started.
I think it's that's the weather balloon again with the tripod underneath. And the other bits coming down. Every so often these high altitude balloons do release parachutes with payloads. So let's see, is he going to play it all?
Because I just love this footage.
So this could be where it releases one of the parachutes from the line that's at the bottom here. So it looks like it goes down to there. And they have various parachutes at different stages. As it gets up to a certain altitude, it releases more at a certain altitude. So another 10,000 feet, release another parachute, and so on. That's how they study the weather patterns and the speeds of the, you know, how they draw the lines on the graph of the weather charts, right? So it doesn't discount it being like a bunch of balloons tied together, where some are being released loosely through a hole as well. But it does have a shape of a high altitude balloon there.
Showing this, it's in the infrared, meaning.
Now as we found out, he doesn't know the difference between infrared and night vision. Now this looks like it's night vision and nothing to do with infrared, right? So it means that maybe the original camera didn't pick it up, but there was enough light there for another camera, a night vision camera, to amplify up, and that's why it looks like it's overexposed now. Because that's the way night vision cameras work. So you never actually see the real shape of the object. But the reflection can be circular or oval in shape, all sorts of bits and pieces sticking out the side, depending on what's reflecting off behind, which is what we're seeing in the gimbal video. So yeah, he's saying it's in the infrared. I'd say it's night vision. If it's infrared, it would be colorized. It'd be like the FLIR footage and you'd see a lot more of the background here. We can't see any of the stars or anything in the background. It's all black. Which means it's probably overcast and there's not enough light from the stars or stuff getting through. But if it was infrared, it would be colorized and we'd see probably some of the clouds and stuff there.
Meaning it's not visible to us.
Holy shit.
Not visible to us, but in the infrared it was there, man. And it let out this triangular formation, and then it started spitting out hundreds of UFOs.
What the fuck is that thing?
You guys tell me if the audio's good and you can still hear me.
Well, did you see hundreds of it spitting out there? Like I said, it could still be a bag of LED balloons, which haven't got much light. But more likely it's bound to be a high altitude balloon. And that looks like a tripod going down.
Shit.
Thanks, Jay. Look at this thing. First it spits out what looks like a TR-3B. Like a mothership.
I'm gonna put out the raw footage just so you can see what the capture looked like through the lens, how I saw it through the camera.
Okay, so if we have a look at the payloads of high altitude, they do have quite a few. Altitude, balloons, payloads. And we need some images. Now, a regular weather balloon does generally have one payload and it's got one parachute, so it drops down. So that pops and the parachute opens, of course, and slows down the descent. Automatically opens, you see. But there are ones with multiple payloads. And maybe I have to put multiple ones. Let's see. Does that one tell us about multiple payloads? It's a single one. Single one again. Oh, here we go. We got one with lots of payloads on it. And of course, they drop off the lower ones first, and you can see how long it is here, and that's just a normal river balloon. But we want the high altitude ones. Normal one again. There's a high altitude one, but we can't see what's underneath it. Regular balloon. Probably have to refine the search, I think. Here's another high altitude one. Look how long the cable's going to be on that one. I don't know if we can refine the search. I have to muck around with Google here. Of course, it may have had 5 payloads and it all broke off. There's another scenario. It went wrong. But you can see that one there's got a few, and that's a normal regular one. flight center. Can't quite see what they got set up there though. Certainly got a lot of white things that could reflect light energy off at a night vision camera, right? So imagine if that flicked up, then started coming down again. It would look like a lot of things coming out from inside it, right? That's just a regular balloon. So maybe that one there is simply a regular balloon. A weather balloon. With multiple payloads. Let's have a look again.
Because I just love this footage. Showing this, it's in the infrared, meaning it's not...
Okay, so what could be, it looks like it's moving downwards, but it could be just like a string that we just seen on that picture here, like that. Where's it gone? Yeah, we just had it here a minute ago. This one here. So for that one's really small. Now let's see, open new link. It's on a PDF, that's why. Whoa. Lots of technical information there. There's a balloon. I was hoping for an image, just an image. That one there. So if this is swinging around, right, it's going to look like those are moving downwards when they're catching the light, is what I'm saying. So this is swinging around. Right, underneath, you can see it's curved. You can see the line is almost on you can see the line it's on. So that could be just a regular weather balloon after all, as we can see on that picture. And at the end is that triangle bit that suddenly shows up. So this is wiggling around. It looks like it's dropping lots of things out of it.
Visible to us.
Holy shit.
See that one there? It's not actually moving downwards. So see here? That suggests to me that it's colour night vision that he's using here. And colour night vision camera.
Not visible to us, but in the infrared.
It's not infrared. Stop saying the wrong information to your people. He's not skilled in anything apart from lying. It's what he is. He's a con man.
To us, but in the infrared it was there, man, and it let out this triangular formation. And then it started spitting out
the weather
hundreds.
balloon is around that direction at the moment. You can see the tail's probably on a different line.
Of UFOs.
So is that before
Fuck is that?
or after the other ones?
You guys tell me if the audio is good and you can still hear me.
So I think what's happened is we can't see the rest of them there. Now we're starting to see the triangle bit at the very end.
Holy shit.
Now
Thanks,
you get
Jay.
another angle.
Look at this thing. First it spits out what looks like a TR-3B. Like a mothership.
That was before.
About the raw footage, just so
Now
you can see
these,
what the capture looked like through the lens, how I saw it through the camera.
Yeah, it's in slow-mo and it's still going by quick.
Raw. And I look forward to your interpretation of the video yourself.
Yeah, there's Jim. My boy Jim.
That's because it's wobbling in the wind and it looked like it was rotating downwards, and it's not. It's just reflecting the other balls on the cable, and while the other ones are dimming again, a bit like Christmas lights in a way. Well, he's gone to the next video, but I think we're done with that weather balloon one. He looks like a sick man. Certainly a liar. Okay, well, we got this one. Long Beach. I think we looked at this one already from Third Phase, haven't we?
So here's the beginning. Infrared.
Duh.
Can't be seen by...
So is it infrared, guys? No, it's not infrared. We're looking at night vision. 2 UFO spotted, so it's probably at night time.
the human eye. I'll go ahead and turn this up a little bit for you so you
No, you don't need to turn it up.
can hear it, and I'll shut up for a minute.
Yeah, that just looks like a balloon at the moment, doesn't it?
Can you guys hear the audio from the video?
Yep,
I'm not high at all, man. I don't smoke, I don't drink.
You liar. He's not high at all. He doesn't smoke or drink. Well, what's all those pictures of him drinking twice a year then? And his last footage smoking. What he can't do is he can't afford to smoke or drink now because his pancreas is almost gone. Unless he wants to die.
Hey, thank you, man. Joe Mater. Glad to see you doing vids again. I appreciate
So someone just gave him a donation today. Let's have a look. Alright, what's happened here? Alright. Is that the Joe guy? No. He does get more donations coming in though.
it, buddy. I really do. Your guys' support, it means the world. YouTube really doesn't pay the bills.
That's a lie. So what happens to the $2.5 million from ad money, Tyler? In the 8 years? So what's that work out per year? Ad money. 8 years divided by 2.5. Let's see. What's that come out to? Less than 4. 3.2. So on average he's earning $320,000 US dollars a year. What can you buy worth 320,000 US dollars in America? So what's that get you at the moment? What's that convert to New Zealand? What's 300 get you around the world? Well, let's see what that says. What kind of house does 300,000 get you around the world? Well, New Zealand, pretty damn mansion. So what's the first one? The list below is a photo tour on US because the house prices run such a huge range all over the country. Arizona's meant to be the cheapest, isn't it? Los Angeles. What's that get you? 3 bedrooms. So it gets so you could buy a house each year. 3-bedroom house by the looks of it. Detroit. Oh, 300,000 for that. It's a pretty old run-down thing though, isn't it? 1912. Mind you, people like houses like that. 3 stories. Well, you got the attic. Probably got some ghosts in there. You could use it for your show then, couldn't you? You could buy old houses and say it's haunted. Manhattan. 300,000 won't get your own place, but you could live in a 2-bedroom 5th Avenue condo. Yeah, I wouldn't want that because you got to pay that every year, don't you? So what they're saying there, that's just for 1 year. Anyway, we won't spend too much on that. What's that one say? Pick up a desirable 6-bedroom place. Okay, London, UK. That won't get you much, but run down places. London's very expensive. £192,000. Middlesbrough. Once you get out the cities, though, you'll be right. Berlin. Buy you a tiny 620 square foot apartment. Okay. So it gets you one of these. Probably to there, probably. Villa. Wow. Okay. Mexico. Probably get a few things down there. That's a $5 million house, though. You want regular Hong Kong, you won't get much. Population density. But in USA, there's plenty of options there where you could buy a house all around the country and rent it out. And have the money flowing in. How much franchises? Much franchise. That's the way to go. Let's see what it says here. McDonald's, $1 million. So you definitely could afford that in 3 years. And then you'll be set up for life, wouldn't you? How's it work though? Normally you have to be a worker though, don't you? To be even offered to do a franchise, you have to work in a place. I don't think he's done an honest day's work in his life. A small number of new operators choose to purchase a new facility, but that requires an initial down payment of 40%. So you can buy as you go. So there you go. Does not offer to franchise. Operators have to access to the business establishment's lender relationship. Here, there also franchise fee is $45,000 and service fee of 4% of gross sales. Okay, so hands in the pocket. Subway is not so expensive. There you go. It fits in the 300,000 range. So having a Subway franchise, depending what city it's in, by the looks of it. Pinkberry franchise, don't know, never heard of that one. Wendy's, 400,000 per restaurant, a royalty fee of 4%. Wendy's requires $2 million in liquid assets. So again, that's in his bull range. After 6 years. Domino's, that's probably a better way to go. What's that say? The franchise fee is 0 to 25,000, but what's the initial payment? As a general manager for at least 1 year. So you have to work. You had to work with Domino's as a pizza delivery boy. I don't know. 300,000, 1 million. Pizza Hut. Donuts. Taco Bells. I don't think we got that in Christchurch. But in America, they're everywhere, aren't they? 1.2 million. KFC, that's very common around the world, including New Zealand. And that's under $1 million, so 3 years, 2 years. Especially if you go partners with someone. So why has he not been doing that with all the money he's been earning, you know? Property. So Google has paid him lots of money. And now he's got donations coming in. And he's got all that merchandise. He's got to be on a minimum of at least 10,000 a month at the moment. Now, he has been up to a minimum of 30,000, up to a maximum of 80,000 a month. Unless they were bought subs and bought views, right? Now, he wouldn't buy them for himself, no. He'd pay someone and say, go and buy me some views, so I'm not linked to it. That's how he would go about it. So he's like not directly involved with faking views. Now you have to remember that he's only getting 100,000 views nowadays. What's the other 2 million people he's got on his list? Some of them would have subbed and forgotten about him and not unsubbed, which is a bit unfortunate. But some of those look suspect of being paid. Remember, he did the Angry Truth Seeker, and he showed all these views coming from Russia and China, which is what you get when you buy subs and views, right?
Jim said thank you, my friends, to the UFO. You guys out in California, man, crack me up. Don't thank the UFO, Jim. Just record it.
So he's drinking cola there, but looks for sugar.
Yeah, sponsored by Adidas.
Yeah, he shouldn't be wearing other people's logos. Why isn't he? I've never ever seen him wear his own merchandise. Why wouldn't you be wearing your own merch? Seems stupid to me. Because then you could say, oh, I bought it for myself because it's really good quality gear, right? To me, that's just dumb. And his hat is not even his own one.
That line you were seeing is a power line. This is in the infrared. That's why the color's different. We can't see it with our visual.
Like a balloon.
Wow, what the fuck is that thing?
Alright, that's the weather balloon.
Watch your mouth, Jim.
Alright, so it started off as a circle, remember? So now we know what the beginning of the video is like. Here it is here. And it's obviously.
Can you guys hear the audio from the video?
So it's the same video, and we've already debunked it. Okay, let's just move
Stuff
on.
I haven't seen yet.
Logo.
Any sort of lights flashing on it? You know, and a lot of these.
See, what's the point of this? You know, he's just putting up the videos, just claiming the UFOs, and just sitting there talking. Why does he deserve $150 for this bullshit? So I like these people to be studied that give him money. What's in their heads? Because there's certainly a mental problem in ufology, and these people seem to have lots of money to throw away. So they've got to be young people in that case, without families and lots of bills to pay.
UFO.
See, that 150 could have bought lots of e-coins with that, and that's going up at the moment. Because the Chinese are dumping, right? It's time to buy is when the Chinese are dumping because their government's clamping down on it. Bitcoin's not going to go away anytime soon, is it?
They'll have this sort of, some have what, like a plasma force field around them, almost like it's like people.
Yeah, so the plasma force field he's talking about is video compression, where you get the little black or the white thing around the outside of the object. And likewise in this one here, where you got a dot in the sky, very exciting stuff. It's probably a balloon. It's not reflecting very much at the moment. Probably a heart-shaped one by the looks of it, but you'll see it's got blackness around it, which is to do with compression.
Back in the 1940s and 50s, they used to get clear pictures of UFOs, like saucers, things like that.
That's because they used film instead of used chemicals instead of using digital. Nowadays it's all digital, which adds in compression artifacts.
But it's like as technology has progressed, the UFOs have made themselves harder to see, whether it be in infrared or with the naked eye, where it's almost like they don't.
So he's hooked up on infrared when a lot of it's night vision or low light. Infrared would be like more 4:3 video. You see all the infrared ones generally are 4:3, unless you've got a high-end $20,000 camera. Even the 2016 was a 4:3 screen, wasn't it? The gimbal one. I think so. Let's have a look. And that was thermal gimbal. I probably should put UFO images. There you go. Look, it's 4:3, right? So you know if it's infrared or it's 4:3, and of course this has been cropped. You see here, it's been cropped off. It's been zoomed in. We've got the bottom missing and the top missing. So that's been zoomed in. Unless you stretch it, of course. You can see that's been cropped. So 4:3 would be infrared.
Want us to see because they know we have such advanced scopes, high-tech cameras with lenses on them that can zoom up right.
I think it's nothing to do with that. I think it's because real alien craft can travel so fast that you never pick it up on camera. They're not going to be floating around like balloons, which these are. They're going to be from there to there even before you can blink, right? It's going to be going so fast that our technology can't see it. But more likely, they would come down vertically from space, simply go to space orbit around where the location they want to do, which is what they're trying to do with passenger jets, right? To future passenger jets, they want to fly them up to near space, and the Earth rotates at 1,000 miles per hour. You just have to wait for the Earth to rotate around and come flying back down to the new country, and in a fraction of the time, right? So yeah, You're not going to catch it. People that film in the skies like this are not going to capture any UFO. Full stop. Now, the only time you might capture a UFO is when they're buzzing the Navy, right? Which is the airplane pilots started chasing them. That's the only time. And then it's not guaranteed that it's aliens. It still could be another country. Technology. So, yeah, still 50-50 with that, isn't it? Which is a bit unfortunate. It would have been good if they said they'd come out and the Russians have admitted it's not them, and the Chinese or whatever, there should be some real solid proof. It's a shame that the other countries don't speak up. I think the other countries are more likely to reveal stuff in the skies which is not American technology, and they want to know who it is. So the Chinese probably want to know if it's Russia or USA, and the Russians would want to know if it's China or USA. So if USA is saying it's not theirs, then that leaves China, and China have to admit that it's not theirs. Then that leaves unknowns. So all the world governments need to get together and say, yep, it's not our technology. Then we might get somewhere.
Right up on the thing. So I think some of these...
so that's so boring. Let's carry on.
Try to...
Oh, yeah, let's see. He's got it out of focus at the moment. See that's when it's not in focus.
See if we can zoom in on this a little bit.
When it's not in focus, it makes it into this ring-shaped pattern. So again, that looks like a balloon, doesn't it? It looks like it's pear-shaped. It's on the side, swimming along in the wind. I don't think it's fully in focus there. Now we'll just see. We'll just play along. I think he's pausing it. I'll zoom out a bit.
It's crazy.
Why is that crazy? Looks like a balloon, doesn't it? Again, it's probably a high altitude one, or it could be a regular one. Depends how far away it is. And we don't know what sort of optical scope he's using on this night vision camera.
Turn over. Yeah, guys, tell me what you think. You guys ready to go to the next one?
See, some UFO expert. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Yeah, you done with that one? Have you decided what it is? So boring. Boring as hell, man. Keep on going.
Read some of your comments here. Oh man, thank you so much. Zach says, glad you're back. Appreciate everything you do. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. That's very generous. Thank you.
I don't think those comments are moving. Let's reload.
Greasy McDeasy, thanks.
I don't think the comments are moving. There's a problem with Google. Yeah, look. It wasn't.
Guys, welcome. If you're just coming, video is loud.
So there we go. We got some real money popping in now. I thought that was the case. Another $50. Is that the guy he was reading out before? Sack. Yeah, that's him. Sack Wolf Ever. Glad you're back, man. I suppose now I've clicked on that, it won't work properly.
Okay.
Sounds pretty good on mine.
that
I
looks
can turn
good.
it down a little
I'm gonna
bit.
go to photo mode.
Is that the end of it? Yeah, it was.
Try to.
Okay, now we're in space. Is it? Space station now. And SpaceX going towards it now. He's got another 35. So, one there. Another 100. What's SAR? What's SAR stand for? SARS. It's worth 10 cents. New Zealand, South African. So, what was it? 150 or something, was it? 14 New Zealand, so it's only going to be like $7. Sounds like a lot of money. Yeah, we only deal USA currency days. Alright, so you can create a UFA channel and just show random footage. Say, oh yeah, there's possibly a UFO in there. And maybe you'll get lots of people throwing money at you. Now, as long as you don't debunk Secureteam, Third Phase, because there's a mentality out there amongst the people that got the money to burn, that you can't criticize other channels, even though you're exposing them, and they can see it as criticism. Like I said, it's a mental problem.
Some stuff flying here.
Stuff
yeah,
flying.
UFO Institute. That's a cool channel. Let's start this over. Okay, I see it. He provides a close-up in the beginning there.
He sees a bit of ice on the camera.
So this was posted to TikTok. Oh man, look at these things. Forget the UFO turning in the background. That's probably space junk. But you guys see the multiple small dots jetting towards Earth?
Oh yeah, it's called ice crystals from the exhaust fumes of the rocket. As soon as it comes out as burnt gases, it's instantly frozen in deep space because it's so damn cold. And it spins and flickers because it's reflecting the light back at the camera. Now, someone with that's meant to be an expert in this field should know this. And this is actually close to the camera, and the little fine little particles are not really big ships near International Space Station. See how it's flickering?
Hold on, I want to zoom this in.
He's gonna zoom it in, guys, just like I do. No, not like I do. Only me has this perfect.
Alright, there's one flying
system.
by. There's a couple flying in different directions. But a bunch are going to start flying from the bottom of the screen towards Earth.
That's not zoomed in, mate. This is zooming in. Then we can see.
Pretty crazy stuff, pixels. Guys. I love the ISS. Videos where they try to cut the feed on us. Ain't gonna happen, man. I was one of the first YouTubers to catch NASA cutting the feed. I think it's one.
This is not a camera on the International Space Station. This is being filmed from SpaceX rear camera. And they don't cut the feed. It's because they orbit the Earth every 1.5 hours and the signal is lost. Obviously, as it's probably every 30 minutes or whatever it is, because of the curvature of the Earth. What intervals is Space Station camera signal lost? It's probably a lot to ask, but see what happens. There'll be some technical papers on it. Still high camera. It might tell us there, maybe. Why does it lose signal? Communication with ground assets through a robust network including ground stations and geostationary satellites However, due to line of sight constraints, there are brief gaps in coverage. These gaps can be seen at least during the shuttle era by looking at the flight plan. Okay. How often do the space shuttle pass overhead? We know it lasts from 1 minute to 5 minutes as it flies by. It's moving so fast. How many times per day does orbits? Well, you work it out. It orbits 1.5 hours. So how many orbits can it do in a day? What frequency does International Space Station transmit on? 145.8 megahertz. Ground station. Is someone always in the space station? Since 2000. So that's answered. Can you hear International Space Station from Earth? Not if there's no atmosphere. Earth stations can listen to the downlink frequency and transmit on the uplink frequency. Yeah, well, that's radio. Cool sign. Okay. Anyone been lost in space? What's the longest duration someone has lived in space? 14 months. So yeah. Everyone's caught up in the Einstein shit. 1 hour in space is 7 Earth on Earth. No. In fact, you probably age in space because you could probably get more radiation, right? More prone to get cancer and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, you can see there it sort of answered it. It's got a big PDF on it, so we won't go into that one. So it depends on line of sight. So yeah, they don't switch it off. Because you can always verify the line of sight when the camera is switched off, which people have done. When they claim that the UFO's passing, which is just either space junk, city lights on the ground at night time, ice crystals mostly, water droplets, that sort of stuff.
One of my most popular videos, got like 5 or 10 million views. They tried to cut the feed, but they did it a little bit.
Yeah, it's fake as well. What's what I call fake footage. If I remember the right one. The one that cut and feed. Is that one of the hand glove gets in the way? His name gets in the way. Looks like it's a piece of ice crystal that broke off one of the pipes on one of the space suits when they're working in space, right?
Too late. Just as
you got to remember that the space suit actually has water in it, so they pump water around on a layer to keep the astronauts cool. But sometimes what happens is they leak, and one of them actually had leaky helmets. Gets into the helmet, gets into the fittings, and it can leak from the fittings as well. So that you got to remember, lots of this stuff they're not telling you. Space suits leaking. Let's see if that comes up. Okay. Which water flooded the spacesuit helmet of Italian astronauts, forcing NASA to abort the spacewalk. What happens if your spacesuit leaked? Why was water And spacesuits to creep on core. Suits contain water to drink during spacewalk, and also you got to pee as well. Protect astronauts from being injured. And of course, water's a good thing like lead. More water, the more the water particles, atoms, or what you want to call them, gets hit by the radiation and absorbs the radiation instead of getting to your skin. Protect astronauts from injury from impacts or small bits of space dust. There's kind of lots of information there about space shoots. Do astronauts poop in their suits? Each spacewalking astronaut wears a large absorbent diaper. There you go. Do drink pee. They recycle water. Can you fart in space? Let's see. But they don't like it, so I think they dump it. Water is heavy and hard to transport. Astronaut urine is captured and processed, or is processed. And I know the solids they do eject, don't they? Certain places over the sea. Where no one's going to see it. Alright, so it was an upgrade they did. They didn't always used to do that. Anyway, moving on. I know the suits can leak anyway, around fittings.
As the UFO was entering the shot, it's like yellow disc. Just it looked like it started small and then started getting bigger and bigger. But what it really was, this thing was so far away and it was just flying straight toward the ISS. And then so it grew bigger and bigger and then stopped. And like started spinning. And then NASA cut the feed. Boone Johnson, thank you so much.
So this person here, I'm not sure if he will, going to off the observatory to do with UFOs. It was to do with some janitor was accessing the internet during hours from his cupboard. Had a jack in the wall and he went default. So that's why the FBI raided it and closed it down to try and investigate what was going on. And then it got reopened, obviously. Let's see if he answers it.
Yeah, some of it's just space junk. I mean, that's obvious. But some things in here, you see them making turns, you know, changing direction.
Okay, so the ones that are doing turns are ice crystals, because what happens is the sun catches it on the side, heats it up, and causes some of it to gas off. And when the gas ejects from bubbles in the crystal, because there are going to be some trapped gases in the crystal as well, causes it like a little jet engine, causes it to spin and also change directions. And the other thing that happens is the jet engine is the space rocket engine fires, and of course you don't see the invisible gas that's heading towards the water particle that's already formed, but it hits the side of it and causes it also to spin and change direction, even 90 degree turns, right?
Alright, let's go to the next.
Please do.
We're burning daylight here.
Okay, he's not answered that woman. I think it was a woman. Or person, I should say. No way to keep it.
TR3B lights at night.
So any 4 lights in the sky is going to be a TR3B, right? When it's probably just skydivers.
Wow. That's
Chinese
crazy.
lanterns. Oh no. Oh, that looks like drones, doesn't it? It's moving back and forth. Oh, what?
I think they're...
Is he smoking there? Didn't he say he doesn't smoke anymore? Oh, that's smoking. Whenever you're in house stuff and then blow it out, that's called smoking. Let's just go back. Let's have a look.
Direction. Alright, let's go to the next. We're burning daylight here. TR lights at night.
So I see he gets it from the with the
wow.
What's it going in?
That's crazy.
What's he sucking on there? Well, e-cigarette is smoke, mate. Regardless of what you say. Still chemicals going into it. And it could be anything on that. Or
wobbling in the sky.
boring.
What do you guys think?
Parachutes or drones. So it could be skydivers. Depends if you keep filming it and see if it keeps coming down. It could be force.
Crazy stuff. Yeah.
So if you had like LED lights on a flight suit, right? That sort of blink sideways, left, right. You could make some fancy patterns in the sky with skydivers. It could be simply LED balloons as well, and they do patterns like that. And also night lead kites. That could easily be lead kites, where the lights just flicker back and forth, and someone's got either one big one up or multiple ones up.
Crazy stuff. Yeah, UFO Institute's been posting a lot of cool stuff lately.
Yeah, so why is he just filming UFO Institute videos? He's making lots of money. Is he paying you some of the money back to you? UFO Institute, which is another bullshit channel, obviously. Choot. How's that spelt though? Looks like it's on Facebook anyway, which I don't have. There's that niggle in the throat I get now since I've taken those pills. Something I'm gonna have to live with, I guess. Okay. Where's the
section earlier, right as we just started? Weird. And I have extremely good internet, Wi-Fi, and I pay for it. I think I have like 500 megabyte per second download speed and like 30 megabyte upload speed. So we shouldn't be having any, and it says I have an excellent connection, so I don't know why.
35 megabytes. I think he means megabit, maybe. What's the maximum in New Zealand? And we got true fibre here, unlike America where they got cable. 450 megabits per second to megabytes. Let's see what we get. Megabytes per second, megabytes per second. Here we go, converter. Probably easiest. So we got 450 up. Let's see what it comes out to. 56 megabytes per second. Didn't he say 5 megabytes up? Which is really slow.
Why it cut out earlier. Tyler connection earlier, right as we just started. Weird. And I have extremely good internet Wi-Fi, and I pay for it. I think I have like 500 megabyte per second.
500 megabytes. I don't think so. Because we can only get that on our fiber. And he's talking about Wi-Fi there. And this is on cable. So fiber to cable in the wall. I don't think you can get that on Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi 500 megabyte per second. That's megabits. Megabytes. The size of the M's and B's changes. Megabyte is capital MB, right? So you probably have to make sure that's capitals. Megabyte per second. And you can see it's megabits. So I think he means megabits. And if he's on 500 megabits, which is equivalent to our 450, which would be right, he'd be getting 56 megabytes per second, 60 megabytes per second, but you won't get it on Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi has dropouts, you know, it has interference and signal and all sorts. It's got to be on a cable. So he doesn't know what he's talking about. He means megabits, and what's the maximum speed you can get on Wi-Fi? I know there's new types changing all the time. What's the max speed on Wi-Fi nowadays? So even G, 802G, let's run no faster than 20 megabits per second, which is really slow. So let's see, AC, N. Okay, N gets up to 600, so maybe that's what he means here, 600 megabits per second. He must be on N, I'd say. I suppose it's possible that it could be on AC, and if you're close to the router then that would work, but it varies, right? See here it talks about the actual speed. So even if they tell you that it's theoretical it can go up to 600, really you're only going to get 100 megabits per second, and likewise with AC only double, 200. AX, that's the latest new one, 10 gigabits, but theoretical it's only going to be 2 gigabits per second. That's pretty damn good though, but wonder what the health risk is. So anyway, skipping past the technical stuff, keep on going.
Download speed and like 30 megabyte upload speed, so we shouldn't be having any, and it says I have an excellent connection, so I don't know why.
30 megabytes. So download speed is normally way faster than upload. In their case it's double, so it's 100 megabytes per second. So what did you say, 30 megabytes? That's not exactly fast, if that's the case. I'm not sure what he's talking about there. I think he means megabits, which we just saw in the chat.
Why it cut out earlier. Tyler, it's a drone. You see them on the internet all the time. I don't know, man. Those things look pretty bright. I mean, you can buy a drone from Walmart, and
so are drones
at that
with LEDs.
distance, they don't glow bright white like that. And they're so small, you wouldn't even be able to see them at that distance. So I don't think these are drones.
Come on.
Yeah. Strange stuff. Alright, let's go to the next. Strange light sighted in Canada, July 3rd. Alright, so looks like we got some snow, some trees, and what appears to be some sort of strange light that I don't think is a reflection or anything, because it just kind of hangs around there. So we'll go ahead and play it.
Okay, so what are we looking at? A reflection of something hanging on a tree there. Probably another trail cam, probably. Okay, I'll keep on going. Looks like it's snowing. That looks like the morning sun reflecting off a piece of metal.
So he's got different angles of this thing. Huh. I see the little lights around it. I'm guessing that's just light reflecting off snowflakes, but what could be causing that bright light?
I wonder, mirror. Could be anything like that. Piece of garbage in the tree. Perhaps a crashed plane. And this is what these people are donating for? You stupid people.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's so alien.
Yeah, I agree. The sun reflects off ice crystals, but I mean, this is just one spot. I mean, if it was going to reflect off all...
Yeah, so why didn't the cameraman walk towards it then and investigate it? If it's to me.
All of it should just be one giant light, not one little tiny spot in all the trees. That's weird.
Oh, someone donated $4 for that. Because he hadn't answered that question. So that's money back. The question. Already gone off. So if you're hovering over my house with windows and flashing, that could be seen. So I wonder you, that person, that'd be more interesting. Saying, oh right, come on now and tell us all about it. Or get on tomorrow, you know. And let's see what happens.
Thank you, Traka. Greetings from the Netherlands. Thank you, Bon. I hope I'm saying it right. Johnson. Can you talk about what happened at the Solar Observatory a couple of years ago?
Oh, that was ages ago.
I'm trying to think about what I know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to think exactly what happened.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, this guy's a cool channel. He has a cool channel. Look at that new logo. It's beautiful.
He hasn't answered the question.
And it's transparent, so it's got the stars in it, but when you watch it on a new video, which I'm going to start using it, you'll be able to see through it. Really cool, transparent.
I just wonder if it's way out of sync, this.
Neon light logo, and people have been asking me, Tyler, like, try to find some way to produce like a legit neon LED light. You know, because they have neon lights now that aren't made of glass, but LED lights, but they look exactly the same. And people are like, I would love to have that logo as a neon sign, where I can plug it in USB, plug it into the wall, hang it on my wall. So I'm definitely talking to people who create these things. Hell, I'd love to have one on my wall. That'd be awesome. Alright, so next. Shape-shifting UFO sighted over Milwaukee. Let's.
So he didn't answer the question. And all he talked about is his branding, his logo, which he could quite easily afford because he's making so much money. Customized neon signs, let's see, for the bedroom or whatever, for his studio. Customized neon signs USA. And they even make it LED neon as well. There you go. I wonder if we got any prices. There you go, those guys will do it. Very interesting. Most affordable surveyor. There you go. Pretty sure he could afford it. There you go, you could have that in your bed, wall. That would be LED ones, I'd say, but still, looks pretty cool. But you can turn it on with an app and all sorts of things like that now. For a bar. What's the cost though, guys? What's the cost? So all these things you can do. Multiple colours. That looks really nice. I like that colour system. Bar signs. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Cocktails. Brands use us. Xbox. Yeah, what's the price? So see, this is the problem. You need a price. From $20 all the way up to $1,000. But still. For lowest 14-inch. Let's have a look at this one. Lighted signs. Looks like neon and LED again. Yeah, a couple $100. What's that one? $500. Neon one. What's that? 1,000? Doesn't tell us. Cooler for Croots. 54. But anyway, he can afford it, even with the money he's just got on the side here.
Go.
Twitter unstable.
All right, let's not go.
Bullshit. Now, what are we looking at here? Looks like it's night vision again, still.
1 second here, guys. There we go.
Bunch of balloons. Look at that lovely bunch of balloons. There we go. Once he gets in focus, it really shows up what it is. Oh no, it's too loud. I'll just mute that. Hang on, I'll just mute that. He's got it way too loud. Blowing in the blaze. You can see how windy it is. And yeah, I was wondering when he's going to put up a bunch of balloons. I'd like to know what he's going to say about it though. But it's too loud. Yeah, and focus. And focus. Quick, let's zoom in while we can. Look at that nice bunch of party balloons there. It's a UFO, man. Can't you tell that's a UFO? No, look, you can see the individual balloons. Just need to pause it. Pause it, man. It's not going to pause. It's out of focus now. Fortunately, has he still got loud music on? No, we didn't hear what he said about it, but it would have been too loud anyway. Balloons, balloons, and balloons. There we go, he's paused it. It's got all those different shaped balloons there. Looks like a heart-shaped one at the bottom there. A couple of heart-shaped ones. A couple of long ones in there. Regular round ones in there, which is on the wrong angle, of course.
Huh.
Oh,
let that sit there and sink in for a minute while I read your comments.
It's out of focus.
Bon Johnson,
get it in focus.
Anyone I missed, thank you. I'm like focusing on videos, trying to read. Zach Woolever. Anyway, man, thank you. Glad you're back. Appreciate everything. Thank you, man. I appreciate you being here.
So
Pickle, man. I swear.
That was the one that donated ages ago. And we got someone new already here, have we? The big ones stay for a lot longer. These ones keep dropping off because they're smaller. He's just donating, not asking a question. But is he going to answer the other guy? What was the other guy saying? I forgot it now, but he didn't answer the gill.
I'm going to talk to you on Discord, man. You shouldn't have done that. What do you guys think? What is this?
Oh, better refund it then, Tyler. Refund it straight away if you shouldn't have done it.
Balloons? I don't know.
He knows.
Christopher, thank you. Greetings from Northern California.
This is what they pay the big bucks for.
A little bit less crazy part of California.
Western cool mouse footage.
Right now. I'm just playing. Love California. I went there to downtown Los Angeles. It was right in the like the shopping district for the Bob Lazar film. Definitely different from Ohio, that's for sure. Couldn't tell the men from the women.
Oh. There should be a community strike. Community strike. Okay, let's just move on. Oh, what's he got here? Oh, we're back to the SARS. SARS. How do we change that? Okay, there we go.
There we go.
So it looks like he's using all one channel here. Someone's channel on Facebook. We got a nice balloon, hot air balloon. Maybe a weather balloon.
Turn that down. I don't want to get copyrighted.
Doesn't want to get a copyright claim. Okay,
some sort of disc, maybe?
A disc.
I don't know if it's a bird.
Could be a bird, yes. You have to zoom in and stabilize it. Could be a rubbish bag even that's blowing up in the wind.
Don't want to jump too far ahead.
I don't know, I want to drag it out. I don't want to go too far. Oh, we got more money coming in. $18 this time. No, 10. So who's doing the adding up here? Anyone doing the edit? That's 200. The other ones are worth about $10. SAR ones.
See what they're saying here.
10, 20.
So there's something sitting up there.
Let's see. Must be getting up to $300.
Oh, so this is multiple videos here. There's another one of those UFOs, has sort of a white, they all seem to have this sort of white plasma thing around them. It may...
Yeah, the white plasma thing, as we know, is compression artifacts. Nothing to do with plasma or anything like that. That's this garbage talk.
It could just be a camera artifact from cell phone cameras.
There you go, camera artifact. He knew. He knows it is. Could be. So now he's playing the safe path.
things of dark things in the sky.
Yeah, it's pretty boring. He's not doing any enhancements. He's not zooming in for us.
I love that.
Look at the people just throwing money at him. And we definitely need to start up 5-minute episode like a YouTube channel and just put any garbage up and away we go. Huh? I suppose that's what all those other fake UFO channels think too, and it doesn't work. Because there's no way to get promoted. You need to Google won't promote you. So you need to go and suck up to all the other UFO channels out there. That's why they work together, right? They all suck up to each other and all promote each other. But they really want to get promoted from Tyler because he's got the audience, right? He's got the zombies. Third Face has only got a few of them. He's got the bulk of them. And he's got ones that got lots of money to burn.
Alien headphones. That's cool.
Music's setting me off to sleep. Yeah, let's just move on.
They're gonna give us.
So we got a light in the sky, blinking light in the sky, which could be anything, like a plane, distant plane. And here we go. Here's the famous BLIMP footage that we've debunked a long time ago. That was flying back home to its home base, right? Anyone can tell, even from that size, that it's a BLIMP. You just have to zoom in, right? But as soon as that guy zooms in it better, it'll get even clearer.
Probably later on going to be debunked. And they're going to say, see, UFOs aren't real. That's crazy. I want to see that again. Alright, so there it is in the background.
Go on, zoom it, zoom it. Come on.
There it is, moving behind the tree there. Trying to zoom in a bit here. It's moving slow. It doesn't look like a blimp to me. I'm seeing a lot of blimps. This thing's much more thin. Looks like it has different parts than a blimp.
It's not a blimp, man. Oh, maybe it is. Well, blimps can be any sizes.
That thing's really sharp pointed.
But you can't remember, you can't always see the white bits on the blimp, which bulges it out.
Edges to it.
Let's see, can we actually see the undercarriage now? Oh yeah, look, undercarriage there. That's the Goodyear blimp, man. Goodyear blimp. And we saw that in the first opening sequence I did, yeah, but yeah, Goodyear blimp has changed. They're actually an airship now. They actually got wireframe inside. They used to be blimps without any wireframe, but now in the last recent years they are airships, and that's why they're skinnier, right? They're not so bulgy. So they're quite thin here, but you don't see the white bits, right? And you see this kind of darkness here and the front bit at the front here. But you can see here in the past there used to be blimpy things, but now they're airships. So there's one here. That one's a good example. You can see it here in the footage here. You can see the front bit of the thing. You can see it's white and blue, or dark colour. Got dark colour at the ends. This one's more banana. Let's see what other shapes, patterns I got on it. These ones are the blimps, the older versions. Blimp. You can tell the airship ones now from the original blimps they had, because they are bulgy. There's one with a little blue halfway through. That could be an airship. That one's a blimp because it's bulgy. Blimp, airship. That one's a blimp. More bulgy, you see. So now that's got some yellow going around the outside.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know, man. Looks like a good gear to me. You can't keep it still. Oh, here we go, he's repeating it. I think once you see the undercarriage, it's a giveaway.
Just let
you
that
see
sit there
these
for a minute
blimps
so I can
used to
check
have it
out
in the
some of your
middle,
comments here.
but the newer ones have got it at the front.
Yeah, the government doesn't want you guys to have anything whatsoever. They want, and I hate to do this, man. People think I always talk about Jeremy Corbell, like I've got some bone to pick with him, or I'm jealous of the guy.
Because he did a tweet, remember? The last stream I pointed it out. You were working with Corbell to try and pump him up. And I was hoping that he was going to promote you on TV and all that.
Not the
it
case.
Didn't happen.
The reason that I mentioned Corbell so much is because he has become the mouthpiece on Tucker Carlson, on CNN, on MSNBC.
The reason why is because he got onto TV and he wanted some of the action.
Him and his mentor, George Knapp. So every time, first of all, the Pentagon leaks nothing. So if you're confused about like this UFO footage being released, it's not coming from the Pentagon. The Pentagon has released no footage. Jeremy Corbell, he gets the footage from a secret source that he refuses to reveal, and then he posts it to his Instagram with his watermarks all over it, so you know it came from him.
I wonder if his name was...
Yes, my name is Ken.
I don't know. It doesn't look like a glitch. I haven't found it as to what it could be.
So yeah, look at him going on.
You know, and then he gets featured on MSNBC and does all these interviews, him and Elizondo and all them, and it's like they say the same thing over and over, but the Pentagon is not leaking these UFO videos that you're seeing. This is just videos that some guy is sending Jeremy. And it's almost like the government loves it that Jeremy is so, he's kind of naive. He loves this topic, but I think naive that he's willing to accept any piece of footage. Like the one that looks like a blurred airplane or FAA flashing safety. And so the government is stepping everything without all alien.
See, he's not so stupid. He knows that a lot of it's garbage. Well, 99% of it's garbage, but he just... And now he's got a beef with Corbell, obviously. Cut him out the money trail. So Threw him under a bus. Got what he wanted. The bus. Bitter. It's always about money. Money and fame.
When we don't know that. Some of these things in infrared, they're birds. Some of them are out of focus airplanes. It's almost like they're trying to get the public to think.
You mean
UFOs
like you
aren't...
trying to say this is a UFO on this video? When you know it's a blimp. Well, actually it's an airship. Goodyear airship.
Real, and they're not alien. That's why you guys need to stick here with your boy.
Stick with the lies.
Jeremy's out there today because
you got
he
choice of fraud
to
number 1 or fraud number 2.
promote his Bob Lazar film a couple years ago, and if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't be on CNN and MSNBC. You know,
right, it's all because of Tyler.
But dude, just when you get this footage, analyze it a bit. Question who your government sources, who you refuse to name. What do they have going?
I don't know. I better check out the audio.
Question who your government sources, who you refuse to name. What do they have going?
I don't know. I better check out the audio. I better do that occasionally. There we go.
Going behind this, you know, it's like the film Mirage Men. Paid government people, paid to put out disinformation, paid to trick people like Corbell or George Knapp or other people. And then it's all over Tucker and MSNBC and CNN and every other channel.
Sounds like
I think it's a big distraction. I think Elizondo, dude with the weird
fraud get all that ear coverage and not
the
this
tattoos.
fraud.
That guy's the guy that ran.
But we had the same bitching with Third Face, remember, and Goof On. They're bitching about the same thing.
And the UFO program, the UAP program. I'm not buying it. There's something weird about that Elizondo guy. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it's that weird goatee. That's one
goatee.
Thing I put my finger on. Or the tattoos.
He's got a goatee,
like
earring.
Yeah. Like that's.
Okay, so he's got a weird goatee. Oh, look at that. That looks weird, man. I see the devil. The devil fraud. Oh man, that's crazy looking. You got a weird goatee too.
It's the guy that headed up the secret.
So that shouldn't have expanded. But it looks like it did. What happened there?
Pentagon UFO Task Force. Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's just got some more money.
I'm shooting facts, guys.
Also,
I've met
right.
the who's of the UFO industry.
Wow.
And
So you just have
me,
to say things that everybody
guys,
believes in and they throw money at you. Is that what you have to do on YouTube? I'm doing it all wrong. I'm just telling you the truth, not what they want to hear.
It's an industry. Make money. See my films. Buy my films. Buy my book. Yeah, I sell merch, but you guys asked for the merch, so I accommodated. So I've met the who's. I've met the Greers, the Bob Lazars.
Only a handful asked for it. Now you push it down their throats. Look, he's probably got it down here too, is he? Is it going to come up? Make sure you support me. What's this? Hey guys, YouTube support told me only 10% on my 2.4 million subs have clicked the notification bell. 10%, that's pretty high. Mine's like 1%. Received all notifications. Look at this. Sell. Support directly with PayPal, Cash App. That's all the thing. You know, when you read my ones, it's always got the topics at the top. And it's got a few links where you can support these guys.
Lazar is probably the only people I truly believe. His story never changed. Yeah, he told
Bob Lazar. Yes, it changed. Even the body panel pointed at. What's the body language panel? Well, some of them anyway. The description of the night and how they and all that.
A few white lies about where he did go to school or didn't go to school, but he knew.
White lies. So once someone's caught in a lie, that makes them really trustable, does it?
That place. He worked there. He had access to it. He knew they were testing these things at night. Got it. But believe me, I've met everybody behind the scenes. And like I said before, it's not kosher. Most of it is about getting your face in the national news.
Oh,
getting
no,
people to crowdfund your newest film. Or buy
so what's he
your
up
film
to
on
now?
Amazon or
$400?
So let's get back. There's a lot of politics to it, man. It's one big lovey-dovey community. A lot of people I found out got really pissed off that I came back. Like, pissed.
Oh, yeah. You should have died.
Oh, and by the way, when I was gone for a year and I vanished due to YouTube burnout or I had overworked myself.
Burnout is a lie. We know it's not burnout. It's due to your criminal activity and Tinder dates behind the wife's back.
We started, and the first night of the move house, we come back the next day, our house is completely cleaned out. They stole 3 or 4 laptops and a gaming desktop computer. And then it's almost as if...
Okay, so that should be documented somewhere. So perhaps someone will research that and prove whether he's telling the truth there. But this was the time he ended up in the hotel, right? And he had no laptop and he bought a new one. And everybody was asking him why. He never told this story now. Then, did he? He didn't say he got cleaned out. Didn't say that he got arrested and his wife kicked him out of the house for cheating on her. So, yeah. Lies upon lies.
As if they wanted to set it up to look like some crackhead or something, because then they then stole the washer, the dryer, the fridge, my riding mower, my push mower.
So that sounds to me like your ex that's grabbing everything while he's out the house, not to stop her and put it somewhere else, so she's at least got something in case he ends up in the house locking the door.
My four-wheeler, they took our clothes, they took things that had no value whatsoever. Not one neighbor saw a thing. I FaceTimed with the police because at the time I was like 200 miles away. Police said there's nothing I can do. I said, can't you dust for fingerprints? Do something. Well, they could have worn gloves, so we really can't do nothing. I said, so that's it? They emptied my house. The only thing they left was the sofa because they couldn't fit it out the door. But they were there to get those laptops. Only your boy's smart. I keep all my files on an external hard drive that I keep in my pocket. So,
so he keeps it in his pocket 100% of the time, does he? Well, laptops drives are fairly big now, solid state ones, but still. You wouldn't keep it on one drive, you'd keep it on multiple drives, right? So you'd keep it locked in a bank safe, your masters, in case your house burnt down. But now you got the cloud system for that. That's replaced it, all that. So you just upload it to a cloud service like Mega, where it's got encrypted. But then you can't trust them either, so you really got to have your own portable backup as well. He's talked up some crap.
No files on those stolen laptops, but yeah, they stole everything, man. It was a rough year. And then I almost died. Alright.
And why was that? Because of all the opiate abuse? It destroyed your pancreas, does it? Come on, tell the truth, mate.
Alright, let's get back. I know you guys are getting...
Must be all that booze and hookers that he spent it on, huh?
Bored. Focus, Tyler. I know. Focus. MUFON case. 93311. LaPorte, Indiana. Let's go.
We'll wrap up soon because this is getting tedious. I just can't stand this guy. He's such a liar. So damaging ufology here. Okay, what bullshit we got now? A move on case. I should go through those and move myself. Okay, we got the airship again. There we go, look.
Here we go. Another one of these massive, elongated objects, just like the one we just were looking at over New York.
And it's moving like a blimp. And the guy zoomed out. Spud cam, we got down to 1 pixel ratio here. Oh look, that looks like the airport. That looks like a tower for the airport, right?
See if I can zoom in a little bit here.
Oh yeah, it might help zooming in.
Looks like a cornfield in the middle of Indiana. It looks like Ohio, some parts of Ohio.
So, whatever the fuck that is.
Language, buddy. Turn that
Oh,
down
the airship is going to come down now.
Sorry if I'm deafening you.
Okay, this is where you use.
Thank you guys for your support. What up, T? Been trying to
Okay.
contact
I have
you. My
no
name is
idea what the
Adam.
fuck.
Adam.
Okay, the guy's swearing. Let's just mute that. I don't want to know what it is because I don't use flight radar on my phone. I could hold it up to the sky and it would tell me what it is. You should be telling them right now how to find out how to solve this one, Tyler. You've got the date, time, direction they're looking, location. Is the swearing stopped?
Gmail.com.
No. He's got it way too loud.
100,000.
It's 11:50 in Elk.
11:50. So we've got a time. So obviously it's taken off from the airport there because that looked like an airport tower. So it looks like it's going somewhere for some event.
They're posted all over the
Horizontally in a straight
Other
line.
channels post
Perfect
them.
straight line.
And it's probably at 1,000 feet there, or actually a lot less than 1,000 feet, so it doesn't have to worry about air traffic.
Reinvigorated about UFOs and the topic. It just
Well, this ain't doing it for us because it's all airships so far. Airship, balloons, and reflections. That's all we're seeing so far. Still going.
Tyler, we love and pray for you. I need it. Believe me. Meds making you angry. I'm not on any meds, man. Haven't had a drink of alcohol in almost 9 months. I take vitamins. I stay healthy. I have to, man. My pancreas was dying. Alright, you guys want to see some more?
Drug abuse.
Let's go. We just got 1 or 2 more. Actually, I think we just got...
You should be using your life stupidityness to educate some of these young people that are on doing these stupid things. Don't do it, guys. I did it. And look, I'm almost dead. I've got 5 years to live.
1 more.
So it looks like there was a plane contrail there too. So it must be over at airport. No, it looks like it's a helicopter.
So this is in Upland, California.
Plane contrail.
Yeah, very interesting.
No, it's not. There's a plane contrail, and they aimed the camera upwards, so it looks like it's coming down vertically. Optical illusion. Boring. So whatever channel he's using here, you should never use, because they're not all... Obviously another fake channel. You can even hear the engines of the plane.
This looks like the footage that was all over the news caught from an airliner.
You mean another plane? It's a plane, a contrail. He's such a scumbag, he really is.
Guess that was it.
Let's keep on.
Cameras ready. Film horizontal. Sure to set your phone camera to highest.
If you get rid of that stupid background, ding 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 ding, that would be best thing. Who played by Steam, of course. We got the balloon with the light with it playing, distant plane. Come on. There was contrast set by.
Shit.
Oh no, not back to the balloon again. I must be getting near the end, surely. They're repeating the same stuff. Oh, 20 bucks. So it must be £20. Oh wow, that's even better. That's like double. Keep up the good work. I'm a long time sub. Love you all. Poor person from UK. MB Exotic. Funny you could get access to these people. Do you realise you're funding a guy that hoaxes UFO videos? Got 100% proof that he has. No, not Tyler. Tyler wouldn't do that. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Blah, blah, blah. Usual thing. Watch the evidence. Try and prove it wrong. Skim on. That's the old videos.
See if I got anything else here for you.
See, to me, when I look at that, it looks like an alien Darth Vader helmet to me, doesn't it? Shh. I'm an alien. Anyway. Get rid of the Tyler helmet. Back to Mr. Grey. He's so handsome, isn't he? Compared to his logo. That would be, should make that into a logo. Mr. Grey. Mr. Grey. He's trying to do a TR3B behind it, but you can see this guy, this artist has made a curve in the back. Kind of doesn't look right. What he should have done is get rid of the shield, this shield idea. This has been around with the Captain America and Section 52 guy, right? He should have just expanded the triangle out to here. And use the alien head for one of the lights in the middle. Maybe. Scale it down. It could have been a bit more clever. He paid for $500 for that. Yeah, near the end.
Nope, I think that's about it, guys.
How many videos did we see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7, 8 videos, maybe. That's it. He's gone. That's it. He's out of here, guys. I know he's back again.
Hey, what's up, man? New Zealand, there are so many people here at 4:30 in the morning. That's awesome.
Which is a damn shame, News Kiwis. You let us down for being such dorks. But there are a lot of weed heads in New Zealand, unfortunately. Especially amongst the teenagers. So, who's the guy from New Zealand? Is letting down New Zealand for us. Not $99. I hope we didn't donate to him. So what's that? He must have made what, $500 by the end of it. So there you go. $500, not bad for an hour and a half. What? Hour and 45 minutes to sit down with these guys. And then you got the views on this. It's probably got ads on it. I got them blocked. 100,000. 100,000 views times 4 ads or more, 5 ads. So that brings that to 500,000. Probably $300 from that, so 500. So yeah, made about $800 today. Anyway, enough of that guy. It's all we can take with him anyway. And got some other bits here that we can talk about, but we might just keep this one to Secureteam update, live update. Let's see how we go. And I'll just wrap up a wee bit early. Well, we only got 15 minutes left anyway. I'll just wrap up now and say goodnight. So there was no information given on those videos that you could really work with, but it was fairly obvious what it were. Balloons, weather balloons, regular balloons, miler balloons, latex balloons. Outer space was ice crystals. I think it was about 10 videos he showed there, and it was all from one channel, UFO Institute. Airplane contrails, all boring stuff, and a couple of airships. Good year, BLIMP. One leaving the airport and one heading towards the airport. Probably the same day, actually. Filmed in different locations. But anyway, I'm just going to wrap up now. I guess, hang on, I'll just do a quick check before I do that. Third phase, have they got anything we need to really cover urgently there? The Dr. Greer infighting, the Dr. Greer documentary, The Hoax. The Cosmic Hoax, he's one big hoax, yep. Jet fighters, scramble, UFO, Pentagon. That sounds like bull crap as well. Let's quickly skim that one. Just to skim that one. Okay, we've got... Oh, right, these are old... This is old footage, right? Remember that guy was taking pictures of the jet flying around? And I said most likely it's a reflection of the plane. Because if you go back to the full pictures where they're not cropped it... it's meant to be here. You can see the sunlight somewhere above here. So you cropped out the sun's aiming at the camera. Right, it's most likely to be a lens flare. And of course you'd see that better if it was on video. Yeah, it's probably reflecting parts off the plane here. Probably off there, back at the camera. The sun's up here as well. So, just garbage. And I think they're just repeating stuff, and they Tesla being an alien nonsense. Some woman wrote into FBI saying he was an alien. He kind of looks like Peter Cushing at some stage, you know, where they're sort of getting old, not eaten properly, and looking like skin and bones. And Peter Cushing's had that sort of skin bony face where it sucks in from Star Wars. So I'm not too sure what we're looking at here. Looks like an old black and white photograph. Looks like a reflection as well on the film. Something over here, isn't there?
Many years, and talked of star.
Yeah, still talking about Tesla. So it's just repeating the same garbage. So we don't need to do much with them. Obviously they're low on UFO footage as well, or anything people are filming in the sky, birds, bugs. You better start sending them in, because they have no content otherwise. Giffon will be repeating what they do, and I debunk all of them. So there's always plenty to do. Okay, we can have a look at Scott Brando's page quickly. before we wrap up. Let's see, we've got a wee bit of time. What's he got here? Oh, I want to cover that one next time. So he hasn't added anything new. Well, that was a good example. Okay, he reckons the thing in the sky is a cactus. That's cobblers. I debunked that as a cupid that someone was pulling across on a cable. Back in the old days, right? Do. I'm not too sure what he's trying to say. Old dissection lab photo passed off as a dissection of unknown humanoid. Okay, so that's not the first one. That's his so-called alien. I saw hoax about the branches of a Joshua tree passed off as extraterrestrial being. Well, it's not that. No way, is that the same thing? You lost there, Scott Brown, because you ain't done a proper investigation on it. Billy Meyer. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened to Scott Brown lately. I mean, Scott Brando. But it's gone downhill a wee bit. Mick West has sort of taken over. Anyway, stick with me. I'd fully investigate things. A lot better than a lot of these guys out here. So we've got some more stuff for next time. So we'll just leave that for next time. No doubt there'll be a lot more tabs next time we come on. And say good night. Where's my thing disappeared to though? No. Alien is there. It must have got closed down. Let me just open it up again. So I'll say good night by ending it now. Good night. We didn't say much in the comments, did we? No one joined us on Twitch today. I'll re-air this after dinner. Yeah, pretty after. See you on the side chats then, hopefully. Man, Tyler is so boring. Constant music in the background. How stupid. I think you'll find that everyone likes his 5-minute videos because they always go on about it's too long, I ain't got time to watch all that. You know, even if it's 10 UFO videos. Like it's 10 episodes in one. Oh no, we haven't got time. We like the old format. Yeah, I better end that.